The Redmi Note series has always been a staple in the entry-level to mid-range segments because of Xiaomi's knack for packing punch at a low price. And this year, the Redmi Note 9 series does not seem like it will be deviating from that standard, especially for the Redmi Note 9S, which is the middle child of the series. If you have a maximum budget of 12,000 pesos, is this the phone to get? Let's find out. Right off the bat, the phone itself is pretty large, which can be attributed to the 6.67-inch screen, but the frame is still relatively slim at just 8.8mm, given the large 5020 mAh battery. Bezels are impressively thin for a mid-range device, while the 16-megapixel front camera is placed in a punch-hole setup in the upper center of the screen. Moving to the back panel, we get a very metallic-looking finish on the Corning Gorilla Glass 5 back panel. Sorry about the mistake last time, guys. I said it was plastic, but yeah, it is Corning Gorilla Glass 5. But the fact remains, if you don't like this much shine on your phone, then you really have to use a case. Also, this much shine means it's a dust and fingerprint magnet, so be careful with that. But the back contains a rather interesting looking camera module, rectangular but containing a protruding square for the quad rear cameras. On the left side, we have the card tray with slots for 2 nano SIM cards and a dedicated microSD card up to 512GB. On the right, volume controls and side-mounted fingerprint scanner that is also the power button. The volume buttons are placed near the top, which is harder to reach compared to the fingerprint scanner, which is closer to the center. At the bottom, headphone jack, USB-C port, main microphone, and loudspeaker. Up top, a secondary microphone as well as a Redmi staple, the IR blaster. In terms of holding the phone, it's hefty and the weight is mostly felt on the upper part, which is given since the camera module is placed here. The frame is relatively narrow, so you can still reach the other side of the screen with your thumb. However, you'll need your other hand if you want to reach the top of the screen since it's a tall device. The Redmi Note 9S sports a large 6.67-inch IPS screen with a 2400 by 1080 resolution, with Corning Gorilla Glass 5 on top, plus a pre-installed screen protector. Display quality is good with wide viewing angles, accurate colors, and sharp details. It's also bright enough to be viewed under direct sunlight. When it comes to audio, sound comes out from the loudspeaker at the bottom. Audio quality is quite good, but nothing groundbreaking either. It can get loud and doesn't exhibit any distortion at maximum volume. Either way, the 3.5mm headphone jack is still here, so you can still enjoy wired listening with your favorite pair of cans. For cameras, the Redmi Note 9S comes with 4 at the back. That's a 48-megapixel main sensor, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide, 5-megapixel macro, and a 5-megapixel depth sensor. For selfies, it uses a single 16-megapixel shooter residing in the punch hole. The rear cameras provide very natural color and even a natural shallow depth of field without portrait mode, provided you're close to your subject. Details are sharp, dynamic range is wide, and images are generally clean without much noise, provided you have good lighting conditions. For shots under low light, it's surprisingly not that bad. It's especially apparent with night mode turned on, but even with the standard photo mode and lighting conditions that aren't pitch black, you can get good results. Selfies show much of the same attributes, providing sharp details, and the natural color really comes in handy, especially for this type of shot, as you want your own skin to look as natural as possible. On portrait mode, the subject background separation also works pretty well. Overall, the Redmi Note 9S's cameras are a strong point, giving you great image quality whether front or rear. Photo-savvy users will not be disappointed with the natural colors. Powering the 9S is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G octa-core CPU, Adreno 618 GPU, up to 6GB of RAM, and up to 128GB of internal storage. This phone provides excellent performance, especially at such a low price. Neither gaming or heavy multitasking pose a great challenge thanks to the hefty amount of RAM and powerful chipset. Daily usage is a breeze with this spec configuration. Check out our benchmark scores here. When it comes to battery, this is where it shines. At 5020 mAh, it's a lot. We could easily make the Note 9S last 2 days under moderate usage before you need a charge. In our standard video loop test, the device got a total of 20 hours and 41 minutes of playback. Now running the software department is Android 10 with MIUI 11.0.8 stable on top. The interface is clean and easy to use, which is one of the beauties of MIUI. The Redmi Note 9S is certainly a great option in a mid-range segment that's still staying competitive despite current circumstances. With a starting price of 10,490 pesos, you're getting an attractive and tough design, a big high-resolution display, great cameras, smooth performance, and a huge battery. All those things at such a relatively low price is always a steal. And we expect no less from Xiaomi. If you've put together a maximum budget of 12,000 pesos, then this is definitely one to get. Now, what do you guys think about the Redmi Note 9S? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit the bell icon to see dope new future uploads, and be sure to visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. This has been Joey, and guys, stay hydrated.